Hey everyone, welcome to episode 36 of the Addydae Designs video blog. I'm Deanne, crochet designer, sometimes knitter, hand-dyed yarn enthusiast, and I am coming to you from Canberra, Australia, where I live. In this video blog you'll hear about what I'm making, what I'm designing, anything crochet related basically that I think you might like to hear about. So I hope you stick around and I hope that you enjoy what I have to share. So first things first though, how are you all? Are you doing okay? I really hope you are. It's been a very interesting couple of months since the last time we spoke. No doubt it's been interesting at your end of the world as well. Yeah, we've been keeping well, so I genuinely hope that you have too. Keeping safe, and I hope that things are on the improving where you are. There are signs of restrictions easing where we are here in Australia. Darren went back to work at the office part-time this week, so I truly hope that being a sign that things are improving, that's how it is where you live too. So I hope you've all been well, hey? As I said, I have some, or did I say that? I don't know. I've done this intro like, I don't know, 8 times by now, and I have no idea what I have and I haven't already said. And how far are we into it? Like 90 seconds. So I'll just start showing you stuff, shall I? I think I should. Alrighty, I have a new design to share with you that has been released. It was released last week, I think, about a week or so. So if you haven't seen it already, this is a Thatcher. I'm sure if you've been watching before, I know you've seen it before, but now it is available from Ravelry and also Etsy and Love Crochet, the 3 avenues that I sell my patterns from. It is a double-stranded design. There you go, look at the halo on that. It is made with a strand of fingering weight and a strand of lace weight mohair, and this was made using yarns from Fiberific, and it is so soft and I love it. So you've actually got a double brim here. Hang on, I'll hide my face. Double brim, so it's extra toasty and warm around the ears, and then the rest of the hat is still quite well, the post stitches make it thicker around the body of the hat as well, so you've got that almost double layering feel all the way through the hat, so it's lovely and warm. And then with the mohair, of course, it's got that other level of warmth again, and it works up really quickly, and it's quite simple, very simple shaping at the top. So if you're new to crochet and you are a bit concerned about things like that, don't be. It's very simple and looks amazing with the pom-pom. Oh, who doesn't love a great pom-pom? And this one, I just love all the colours in this. Let's see if we can focus. There we go, look at that. It's got blue and there is green in there too. Green and a touch of pink on that side. There we go. Come on. Oh, there we go. There. So I absolutely love this pom-pom. Again, and I did this last time, didn't I? I forgot the name of the Etsy shop where I got the pom-poms, but I will link it below. So if you're watching below the video, I've got show notes and I'll have links to everything I talk about, including my project page. If you want to see exactly how much yarn I used on different projects I talk about, you can find all the info there. So yeah, Thatcher is now available, and I have a discount code available on this. I will put it down below on the subtitles here. It'll be here somewhere. So that you can grab Thatcher at a discount for all my viewers. So I hope you like Thatcher. So that's my new design. And then again, I'm still going strong with this year being 2020, the year of the hat. I don't know what it is. I've been thinking about it. I've been trying to work out why I'm so drawn to hats at the moment. And I think with being at home a lot more, and things are a little bit, well, let's face it, when you're at home a lot more, you're a lot more casual, aren't you? But the temperature has still gone down, so you still need to be warm. And I think my go-to to throw on has been a hat, because it's so simple. I don't have to worry about, you know, dressing it up or anything. You can just quickly chuck on a hat, you're warm, and it just seems to go with the whole casual casual look going, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think also the simplicity of a hat has really appealed to me too. So you'll see from the ones I've made that I have not taken on anything too technical. I've just wanted something simple and relaxing projects. That's what we need at the moment. Now this is also a new design that has been released since I spoke to you last. However, it's the one I mentioned that I did in collaboration with Stephen B. So currently it is only available direct from Stephen B Studios. And I'm not sure if he's selling the pattern on its own. So far he had advertised it, released as part of a kit with the yarn, like everything you needed to make the hat. But the first batch that he listed sold out in 6 hours. I couldn't believe it. By the time I even heard about it, I couldn't find them on his website, and the reason was because they sold out so quickly. So if you would like to make this hat for the next, I think it's for another month and a half, it's still exclusive to Stephen B. Just sign up for his newsletter, because whenever he has packs available, the info gets sent to you via a subscriber email. So that's how you'll be the first to know. But I can finally show you on the podcast my Braddon hat. So here is the first sample of Braddon, and this is made using local yarn from Black Wattle Yarns, and it's got a cute little detail in the brim of brioche. So you've got a brioche brim, just a plain body with some super simple shaping at the crown, just to give it that nice slouchy look. And again, another adorable pom-pom from the same store that I can't remember. Yeah, it's a really simple yet effective design. This is the sample that you'll see pictured on the pattern. This is another one I made Piper, so a little bit different, as you can see. This one's a bit more understated. So this one I changed it up a little by doing a contrast brim instead of following the same colour all the way through from the body, and then I did a nice bright pom-pom on the top of this one. And this one too also uses hang on, this was from Black Wattle Yarn, the body, I think it was like cereal for breakfast or something, that colourway. And then the purple is from the Australian Wool Store. That was some of the purple left over from my dip prototype that I made from Catherine's Yarns. And the hot pink, gosh, the hot pink I've had for a long time. I think it was from Nomad Yarns, and I don't think she's dyeing anymore. But yeah, Piper really liked the bright. So yeah, really happy with that. I love the simplicity of the body of it. Again, just nice and simple. The great thing is about actually both of these designs, you can't see where the round's finished. It's completely invisible throughout the body of your hat, which is always nice, because I hate a visible seam in the back of a hat. Ruins it. So it doesn't have that, which is good. So yeah, this one is Black Wattle Yarns too. This is submarine grey, and I can't remember the contrast. Can't remember, but the project will be linked in the show notes if you want to have a sticky pick. But yeah, another hat, another design. So yeah, like I said, from Stephen B Studios, they're available at the moment, possibly only in kit form. Not quite sure what how Stephen is planning on doing that going forward. Like I said, it was kit form. Whether he continues to do that, I'm not sure. That'll be up to him. But I will let you know as soon as it's available in my Ravelry store once that exclusivity period finishes. So yeah, another 2 hats. Are you ready? There's more hats. I hope you like hats at the moment. This one you've seen before too, but hey, I finally finished my 90 degrees hat sample. Truth be known, since the last time I spoke to you, I only had a couple more rows to do to finish the crown. There's, again, virtually no shaping in this one. It's super simple, and then you just add in your little drawstring and pop a couple of pom-poms on. And if you want to, because what you can do, if you haven't seen this design before, is loosen off that crown. Hang on, let's see if I can do this, if it's going to cooperate with me. Anyway, you can open up the crown because the string, the pom-pom tie, is actually what pulls the crown shaping in. So you can see I've loosened it a little bit. So what you can do, because it's vertical stripes on this side, but when you turn it inside out, you have horizontal stripes. So you can choose which way you want to wear it. So just something for a bit of fun. But yeah, I finally finished that one. So Piper's been wearing that too. This one also features a double thickness brim for extra toasty ears. I just find that with the post stitches making this fabric up quite a bit thicker, that a double brim works really well with it. You know, they sort of, it's very balanced, so you haven't got a, I'm going to say flimsy, but a single layer brim with the post stitches, there would be quite a difference between the two. Anyway, that's what I was thinking when I made it, and it seems to work really well together, and it keeps your ears warm, so, you know, winner. Another hat. So that one's 90 degrees, that one. And that's been available for quite a while. That was just a new sample I was creating because I'm going to take some new photos for that pattern and just update the PDF. Actually, speaking about updated PDFs, this is an old design that's had a bit of a makeover as well. This is my slinky design, which I was probably more surprised than anyone how it's virtually unrecognizable done in a different colorway. Now the deal is with Slinky, it's a design I made years ago. I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago? Anyway, it was purely designed as a kid's accessory, although I did make it up to adult size if you wanted to do that. But of course the colours I used were kids, you know, little at the time, little girl colours, because that's what I was making it for. I was making it for my girls. Anyway, decided recently, along with Angela, because Angela from Blackwater Yarns wanted to put a cowl design together to go in some kits she was providing, and so we decided together to revamp this one. And I tell you, it's made such a difference. It looks completely different done in just one colourway, because in the pattern I changed colours for the ribbing, and I did, like, it was all in a multicolour pink and purples and, you know, very girlish. And then to make it in these colours for an adult, specifically an adult in mine, it looks completely different. Never even realised it was the same design. So yeah, like I said, I was probably the most shocked with how different it looks now. So this is a new base of Angela's as well, and it is, I can't remember the name of the base. I'll put that down below, but it's 55% merino, 45% silk. It is divine. I have what's left here. It's DK weight, or 8 ply. I mean, look at that. Oh, complete with the cat hair. Well, it wouldn't be my podcast if it didn't have cat hair on the yarn, at least at some point through the podcast, would it? So that's the colourway Monarch, as in the butterfly. All the colourways in this base, I'm pretty sure, are named after butterflies. But go check them out, they're beautiful. And I absolutely love this. And with the silk, you can see the variation that comes up in the colourway. It just brings that, I feel like it brings it to life with the two different fibres and how differently they take up the dye, so it makes it perfect for a semi-solid. Loved working with it. If you haven't tried this base, the base that I can't remember the name of, I'm sorry Ange if you're watching, I'm sorry. Give it a go, it's divine, absolutely beautiful. 45% silk. Lovely, and lovely to wear too. So yeah, this is slinky. Oh, and the other thing I did different too was instead of having pom-poms, I added tassels to it. So that was a new addition. When I did the revamp of the pattern, I decided to add the option of popping tassels on the end, just for something a bit different. So I hope you like its new look. Okay, I feel like I've been talking really, really fast. I'm sorry if I do. You'd be used to that by now. It's episode 36. Who am I kidding? Alright, so keeping in the theme of new hat designs, I have two to show you that you haven't seen. And I'm thinking of releasing them kind of as a set. I won't tell you exactly why, but that will become evident when I have all three ready to go. So I'll just show you what they look like for now. Again, they were born from the idea of something comforting and calming, just something soothing to make. So nothing too strenuous on the brain, just something you can relax and make for your chill out time, because that was what I wanted at the time. So that is the pure reason behind these designs. It's going to be a set of 3, and so I have 2 out of the 3 completed. So here we go. So this is number 1. I'm not going to tell you their names either, because that's part of the whole theme thing. Anyway, doesn't matter if I'm not going to tell you, is it? So here's hat number 1. This is, oh my goodness, that pom-pom. This is using black wattle yarn. Again, this is, I'm so bad. As soon as I go to say the base, it just disappears. I remember the colour. The colour is, oh my brain, Tyranny. The colour is Tyranny, and it's the 8-ply base from Black Wattle Yarns, and it's just a super simple top-down basic shaping beanie. Nice and simple. Have I said that enough already? Super basic shaping, and again, this is another pom-pom. You'll see I have quite a collection of pom-poms, all from that same, actually no, they're not all from the same place, but this one is again from the same as the previous 2. And how well did I score as far as matching the pom-pom to the yarn? I couldn't believe it when it arrived, because of course I'd made the hat already, saw the pom-poms online, thought this one might be a good match, but you know when you get it close but it's not quite, and then it just doesn't work. That's what I thought might happen, but I thought I'll risk it anyway. And it's perfect. And you know what? Imogen does not like it with the pom-pom. What? This hat's for her. She requested a mustard hat for this winter. And yeah, doesn't like it with the pom-pom. I put it back on just to show you. It's really easy, that the way it comes, you can see that clearly here. Just comes with these string ties, so which makes it perfect for removing if you have to wash the hat. So I can easily tie it on and pull it off again, but I'm so disappointed that she does not want to wear it with this amazing, perfectly matched pom-pom. It's just all wrong. But yeah, so that's design number 1 out of the 3. It looks a little patchy, the colourway. It's definitely more, how do I say? more subtle, it's more blended. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anyway, it's a fabulous semi-solid. Oh my goodness, my brain. Also, I hope it's not getting too dark in here. It's late in the afternoon and I was battling before with how bright it was, and now the sun's starting to get low, so it's been really cold here the last few days and really windy. So I'm hoping that the rattling screens aren't making too much noise in the background. Okay, so that was hat number 1 in what's going to be a set of 3. Here is hat number 2. A complete diversion colour-wise from the first one, but this one's another double-stranded one, so you can see the halo. This one I made with a skein of fingering weight I've had in stash for a while. It was a Tennis Fibre Arts, I think it was a one-of-a-kind colourway that I grabbed once in a update she had. And then the mohair, I don't have the label. I'm like the worst podcaster ever when it comes to naming the yarns that I've used. Bummer. Okay, it will be in the show notes. You can link to this project and have a look. Now this is another one that I've double layered the brim. It's a little hard to tell because the whole idea of this one was to make it appear completely seamless, even with the brim folded double. So I hope you like that idea. Again, you're keeping your ears nice and warm, providing that extra layer, and then you've got the lovely halo going on and a place to put another fabulous pom-pom. This one I got from Skein Yarn when I was up in Coffs Harbour a few months ago. So that's one of the pom-poms there. It's got, ooh, camera's struggling. I don't know if you can see the little black flecks just on the end, but it pairs really well with this beautiful teal. So again, another super simple design that you can completely chill out with and not have to fuss over. Yeah, keeping it nice and simple. So that's the 2 out of the 3. I'm yet to have the third one ready to show you, so I'm going to wait till it's completed. I just want to make sure that it works first, and I'll show you then. But yeah, another couple of hats. You'd probably be glad to know that that's all of the hats I have to show you. There are no more hats now. But yeah, 2020, year of the hat. My go-to accessory for this year seems to be hats. So we're getting quite a collection in this house, so I hope you like those. So, apart from all those finished hats, I have a couple of whips to share with you. One is a little one and there's not really much to share. This is a new design prototype, and this is basically just the, I'm going to say the plain beginnings, I don't know. This shawl I plan, and this colourway looks really strange on camera. Doesn't quite look like it's appearing on camera. It's a little more, it's not as patchy looking. But yeah, it's a beautiful base. This is from Waratah Fibres. I'm not sure if this base is available anymore. It's Starlight. 70% merino, 25% nylon and 5% stellina it has. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Can you see the sparkles? Or you can just see them a little bit. So it's got a little bit of sparkle, and it's going to be essentially a plain body shawl and with a lacy edge. And the lacy edge is going to be made in this, which hopefully you can also see the sparkle. So this is, as you can see, from my creative garage. I got this from Vanessa at the Sheep and Wool Show in Bendigo a couple of years ago, which sadly is not on this year. It's tragic. Not even sure if we would have been able to go this year had it been on, truth be known, but it is sad that it's not happening. And last weekend would have been a celebration of wool at the Bus Depot Markets, the local one that we have here every year. That one I am disappointed hasn't happened, but what do you do? Maybe they'll hold it. I'm not entirely sure, so if anyone else has heard, I don't know whether the plan is for that to be held at a different time of year. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm sure it's not the only festival. Well, I know it's not the only festival that's been disrupted. It's happening everywhere, isn't it? But never mind, never mind. So yeah, as you can see, or maybe you didn't see because I didn't hold it up long enough, I'm using scrap yarn as a marker to mark my increase points. If you haven't used that method before, I highly recommend it. I have a tutorial video on my YouTube channel for how to use scrap yarn as a marker. It is a game changer if you haven't tried it before. Yeah, I virtually use this yarn, like stitch marking method, almost exclusively in all my projects because it's so simple, so easy, and does not involve removing and replacing a marker, which can be a bit tricky. So yeah, so that's a new shawl. No idea what I'm going to call it yet. I've got to make sure that it works. The plan is all in here at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that one. Here is my scrap. Oh, sorry, that was my hook falling out of the basket. My scrappy blanket. Now, I marked on here where I was up to. Let me see, before I show you, let me show you where I was up to. I can't even find my marker anymore. Oh, it's on the other side. Hold up. This is quality television, isn't it, right now? Okay, so you've seen up to here. So that's what I had done. I'll just hide my eyes. Last time. Okay, are you ready for for the size of it now? Are you ready? So down in that red section, that's where I was up to last time. So I've added all of this. I love this project so much. I just cannot tell you how enjoyable I have found this to be. There's just something about it. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. This is a bit hard to manage now. Up until recently, this was my favourite section, just here. You can probably already realise these colours are totally my jam, but I recently added this section, and I think this might be winning as my favourite now. Can you have favourite sections of blankets? Does that even make sense? Anyway, apparently I do. So, just loving this. I had to wait a little while. I couldn't work on it for a little while because I had to order more of the white contrast yarn from Bendigo Woolen Mills. I know that kind of sounds counterintuitive when you're working on a scrappy blanket, but I did want that to be able to continue through the whole thing, and I know I'm going to be able to use that off-white 4-ply in something. Yeah, so I am almost out of, not quite, but I'm getting low on my scraps. So I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to do for a little while till I get making a few more things and creating a few more scraps. I have lots of little tiny balls left that won't do a whole row. So I am actually planning another scrappy something with those, because I really would love to be able to use everything up. It makes my, zero waste desire, the zero waste desire part of me very happy to be able to use it all up. So yeah, I'm working on something that I might be able to show you next time to use up those really small balls, because it takes about 10 grams to get of each strand, and they're double stranded to get across. So I've got lots of like 5 gram or less balls that I have other plans for. So yeah, so this has been lovely, and because it's so cold, I can have it on my lap while I'm working on it and not overheat. It's actually, you know, perfect blanket crocheting weather at the moment, which is great. So there you go, in all its glory, well, all its unfinished glory, I know, but loving it, still really enjoying that one so much. How good is that? I really love that. So it's been the perfect thing too. Simple, not taxing on the brain, and relaxing, which has been very desirable effect acquired lately. So all I have left to show you now is a bit of stash enhancement. Been doing my part to support businesses online where I can. Actually, it's been amazing to see what some businesses have come up with to like continue operating while their physical stores have been closed. So it's been really nice. I mean, I haven't gone overboard, but it's been nice to know that, you know, you can do a little bit to help, because that's got to be hard, you know, if you've got an actual physical store that can't be open right now. So okay, now having said that, the first thing I'm going to show you is from an online only store, but hey, they've still got to make a living too, right? So these are from Fibre Lily. Kylie from Fibre Lily dyed these. This was the first one to take my eye. Actually, Imogen really liked this as well, which really surprised me. She's very much into this sort of olive green right now, and I think that's what grabbed her attention. But look at it on, look at the other colours in there too, when my camera finally does it. Come on, there we go. There's some beautiful colours in there. So this is called Ground Ivy Fairy, and this is on the Super Soft Sock base. Try saying that 3 times quickly. 100 grams, 390 meters, and it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So that's the first one I got from Kylie, and it's got speckles on it too. So, and you know how much I love speckles. So that was the first one. The second one I got from Kylie was this one, which again has speckles, and this is it's in the same base, and it's the Peppermint Latte colourway. So it's got pops of like teal and then chocolate brown, and it's beautiful. And with this I got this little set. So I think I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this, sorry about the crinkling, this colour on the end is the same as this one, but they all coordinate with the Peppermint Latte, which is my plan, because I'd like to do something with all of these together. So aren't they adorable? Now I'm trying to get it without any reflection on it. The colours are so cute. And I'm not normally one to buy mini skeins because I tend to create enough of my own small amount, you know, small leftovers. So, but I was just taken with this little set, so I bought it. And I have been pretty good. I have to say, I have been using yarns from my stash quite consistently lately. I don't know if you've ever tracked what you use from stash and compared to how much you've bought, but for the last few years I've been tracking it on Ravelry. There's a group on Ravelry. I think they rename it every year. I think it's like Stash Down 2020 for this year, obviously. And you record, some people record it in grams, some people record it in meters, some people record it in skeins, how many they've bought compared to how many they've used, to see if, you know, they're actually eating into their stash or building their stash. Just a way of, I don't know, looking at your what you're doing, keeping track of it. So I, for the last few years, have been keeping an eye on it, and every time I make something, remove it and track what's left. And last year was the first year, that's almost embarrassing to admit, last year was the first year I used more than I purchased. So for all the previous years that I recorded, I had continued building my stash, but last year I actually used quite a lot more than I had purchased. So I actually ate into my stash collection, which actually really felt good. Yeah, and I had gotten to the point, I think, where I felt like I'd gotten a bit too much, and when it sits, well, for me, and this is no judgment on anyone that has rooms full of yarn. If you have that and that makes you happy, you go for it. That's what you should do. But for me, I found it was getting a little, not out of control, but I felt like some yarns I'd had for so long, I didn't like them as much anymore, and I thought that was a bit sad. So I've determined to be using things a bit more quickly now, so that I don't fall out of love with them before I get a chance to use them. Or I move them on, so that someone else who's fallen in love with them gets to use them. Because it seems silly just storing stuff forever when you have no intention anymore, or you've moved on from that colour, it's not your thing anymore, whatever. But yeah, it was really interesting to track and find that I actually used a lot more than I purchased. So I'm not sure that showing you what I have next is helping in that department, because I actually bought a sweater quantity of yarn with the idea of a colourwork sweater design. So I'll show you the colours that I got. This is not all of the skeins, but these are the colours. So I'll try and hold them together because they do look good together. I hope you can see that. So these are all, oh, I've got one more colour that is wound into a ball, so there's that one as well. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are all the Peary base from Brooklyn Tweed. I should know that. So Peary is the 4-ply base, like their fingering weight base. It is 210 yards, so about, I don't know, 190 something meters. 100% American merino wool, that's what I was looking for. So it's just 100% wool. And I got, that's the Morel colourway. Come on, there we go, Morel. This is Misa, which is kind of like a terracotta, probably a little bit pinker than it's showing up on that screen. This is Love It, and this is Cassis. Well, my camera's really struggling today. There we go. Cassis, the one that was wound, is the Cobbler colourway, which is a lovely deep, like burgundy wine. Oh wow, camera can't do it. There we go, like a real wine colour, deep, deep wine. And then this is from, I'm sure I've shown you the Spin Cycle yarn I got before, and that's got some of my hair stuck to it. It's a bit sad. And this is the Rusted Rainbow. So the plan is, the main colour of the sweater is actually going to be this green colour. So quite a diversion from what I normally make with, but I really wanted to do something a little bit different. And then the other colours, I'm thinking some sort of colour work in a yoke. So circular yoke kind of thing with some colour work, and then the majority of the sweater in this colour. So that's the plan. Again, it's something else just in my head. Who knows how long that might take to get out. But yeah, it should be fun. I've not done any proper colour work. I've done, you know, the brioche, which does the contrasting stripes, and I've done some other colour work that's not really been colour work on a hat. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this works out, so stay tuned. So what other news do I have for you? Oh, okay, big news. Can't believe I didn't quite remember it, almost forgot it. My new website is ready for launch, so I'm hoping by the time this goes live it'll be, yes, it's launched. So let's just say yes, my new website has been launched. Go to www.addydae.com and have a look at my new website. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been working on it with my web developer for quite a few months. I hope you like the new look. It's got a couple of new features. The old website was something that I built myself. You know, I bought a WordPress theme and I built the whole thing myself. And I'm no tech head, so you know, it was pretty basic, and all it did was have photos of my designs, and that was pretty much it. This one, of course, has all my patterns with links to where you can buy them, but you will also be able to view my YouTube videos and any tutorials right from my website. So that's a new feature. So if you go to the blog section of the website, you'll be able to find all my videos. And you can also sign up for the Addydae Insiders newsletter. Yes, I have a new newsletter. So if you would like to do that, jump on over to the website, right down the bottom of, I think, every single page. You can sign up for the newsletter. I'm not going to spam you. Look, it took me 2 months to put out a new podcast. I'm not going to be emailing you daily with anything, I can promise you that. But if you're on the subscriber list, you'll be the first to find out about new designs, any crochet alongs, discounts, and things like that. I'll be sure to let you know. So if that's something that you would be interested in, jump on over to the website and sign up for our newsletter. What else has been happening? Oh, yes, the dip cowl, my dip shawl, we had a crochet along for the release of Dip, is just about to finish. It was being hosted on the Addydae Makers meetup group on Facebook. If you haven't joined that group yet, please come and join. It has been an amazing space. The people that have joined, it's quite a small group at the moment. It's not exclusive, it's just a private group on Facebook, so you answer a couple of questions before you are allowed to join. I have to approve you, but that's what it is. It's kept private so that people can post pictures on there without other people seeing it, so that if you're making a gift for someone, unless of course they're a member of the group, but yeah, it just keeps things private. But it's an amazing space. The makers that are in there are awesome. They're super supportive. People are sharing their colour ideas and their Addydae Designs makes that they're doing, and so that's where we've been hosting the crochet along. So with the dip cowl coming to an end, there's a thread in the group of all the finished dip shawls, and they are so beautiful. Oh my goodness, you guys. Every time, it just makes me smile looking at it. The colour combos that were chosen are amazing and they just look fantastic. So if you want to head on over and have a look, please do. It's got some amazing makes and some fantastic people in the group. They're always helping each other. I can't always get in there, you know, to answer questions right away. And when people have been posting questions, other members have been helping by answering. So it's a very supportive space. And I think you'd really enjoy it if you joined in there. So if you just want to go there to see the dip parade, which is what I called the thread, I'm sure you'll love that as well. So yeah, head on over to the Makers Meetup group. I'll put a link below all about that. So other crochet news from around the world. There's been some awesome designs released lately. So I thought I would share a couple with you. Have you seen the shuffle sweater from My Square Hat? It is an amazing fade type sweater, and it's made, well, I don't know if you start in the middle or you start at the sleeve cuffs. I know it's made side to side and it's fantastic. So definitely go have a look at that. I'll see if I can, wonder if it's a copyrighty thing if I share a photo of it. I'll see, but in any case, I'm going to put a link below to this new design because I think you will love it. There's some amazing designs there from My Square Hat. I think is it Julme or Julme? I'm not sure. I'm so sorry if I haven't said that right. I must check the proper pronunciation. But My Square Hat is the Instagram handle and designer handle, so go and check that out. Another sweater is the Confetti Pullover by, I'm just checking my notes because I don't want to get it wrong, from Nomad Stitches. It's another fade style sweater design that I'm sure you'll love, and it's available now as well. And there's sweaters everywhere, crochet sweaters everywhere. At the moment there's the Acre crochet along. Now it's not a new design, but Christy Glass and Claudia from the Crochet Luna podcast are hosting a crochet along for this design, and it's a design from Pom Pom magazine. This is the winter 2019, so issue 31 of Pom Pom magazine. And when I should have had the page marked, I apologise. Here is the sweater here. I really hope it's light enough in here. So that's it here. It has 3 colours and has a really unusual construction technique. So there's the back of it. So yeah, as I said, Claudia from Crochet Luna podcast and Christy Glass from Christy Glass Knits podcast are hosting a crochet along for that at the moment. Now I know it started in May. I'm not sure of the finish dates. I'll see if I can find that info for you and post them up below as well. But if that looks like something you would like to join in on, I know they're going to have a heap of prizes and everything too. So yeah, I'm sure you'd join. Love words. I'm having trouble speaking. I am sure you would enjoy joining in the fun of that crochet along. So I think that's just about it from me. It's been nice being able to, oh sorry, I created my own earthquake. It's been nice being able to have some time to chat with you. I'm sorry I haven't been able to do it more. With Darren working from home, I've had even less opportunity for a quiet corner of the house to record in, so that's why I'm recording now in the half dark. I hope the lighting's been okay. Yeah, it's been a bit tricky with the girls doing their schoolwork in rooms and then Darren commandeering the dining room table. It's been a little tricky to have a quiet space to do it, so I apologise for that. Glad I got a chance to catch up with you. Like I said, I hope you are well. I hope you've enjoyed catching up with my makes. Love to hear your comments below. Let me know what you think of the new website. So comment below. At the moment, now, if you're watching this from the video on my website, you won't be able to comment, but you can go and comment if you're viewing it on YouTube itself. So throw a comment in there, let me know what you think of the new website, and yeah, be sure to sign up to my newsletter if you want to be the first to hear about new designs and discounts and all the good stuff coming from Addydae Central. That's my cat trying to get in the office. Oh, can you hear that? The cat scratching at the door wanting in. She's been so cheeky lately. Those little tiny balls of leftovers that I mentioned, they've been flicking them all over the house. They grab them and they flick them along the floor like they're a ball, and they just unravel everywhere. Yeah, so let's just say I've been rewinding several of those. I really just need to keep the office door shut, but you know, we forget sometimes. Anyway, I digress. I hope you've been well, everyone. It's been great catching up with you, and I hope to catch up with you again real soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.